Hey everybody, Kat here. Welcome to the channel. It's Thursday afternoon. Not time for me to be doing anything like this, but I'm kind of at home. I was at the doctor earlier. I got an ear infection, got the antibiotics, just kind of chilling out. And when you have time to think, that's dangerous. So anyway, I wanted to discuss a couple of things because you see these things online all the time and people get it wrong and the wrong kind of information gets out and it's hard to explain things. First of all, basic Harry and Meghan 101, Mexit. The reason that this is so contentious and the reason that Harry's still fighting is that they didn't leave. They were pushed out. They were pushed out by the Queen. And William sort of seconded her motion over time with, oh yeah, the Queen was on to Meghan. Don't forget, they've got MI5, they've got the American Intelligence Services, everything. They knew. They knew about Meghan, they knew about the yacht days, they knew about Marcus Anderson, they knew about Soho House and Prince Andrew and Prince Charles and Prince William and Prince Harry, who all attended Soho House, and Andrew and Fergie and the girls, that the palace knew what was going on. You bet they did. But through the monarchy's whole existence, they have played a game of balancing. Here's a bad guy over here, but we have to do business with him, and we have to control the situation because we're the monarchy. And, so they've been, to use the expression, in bed with unsavory, unscrupulous entities from the beginning. It's just wherever the deal has to be done, then it has to be done, and that's the way it goes. So for them to discover that Meghan was a little bit unsavory as a person, probably, that in itself was not a real issue to them because they've dealt with worse. Let's put it that way. But yeah, they were, this whole thing, and Harry and Meghan's whole premise about this is why Harry and Meghan are so angry, especially Harry. Because after all the slights and everything he went through as a child and young adult that affected him negatively, when he felt he had a position of some power to kind of stand up to his family, I'm getting married, my woman, and they just shot him down and said, no, half in, half out. No, no, you don't get that tier. Meghan gets whatever Meghan asked for. Harry that was his attitude. No, from the beginning. And if you don't believe me, Celt Views has done an amazing video on when the Queen kicked Meghan out. This is amazing. Meghan had made an appointment with the ballet company that she was briefly patron of, and that she was going to go and visit them, or ballet or dance company or whatever. And then the Queen, amidst all the hubbub of the... I mean, from the minute she showed up in Britain, there was trouble. Good grief, from the house they rented and the parties and the neighbors' complaints. Problems when they were at the Nottingham Cottage in Kensington Palace. The trouble with Kate. From the minute she showed up, there was trouble. But anyway, so the Queen was, by this point, at the end of her tether, and requested the Queen doesn't request. The Queen tells you, we have a meeting, whatever, 10 o'clock, be there. Meghan had the audacity to say, can't make it, sorry, got an appointment. So the Queen found out that she was going to be at the dance place. So the Queen had her guys show up and escort Meghan out of there. And the interesting thing, thank God for Kelt. This is amazing. There are pictures of Meghan coming out, no engagement ring on. And then she was, from there, she was pulled out of that engagement by the Queen bodyguard henchman guys, driven to the airport, put on a plane back to Canada. And in the limousine on the way to the airport, none other than Sophie Wessex, to make sure she got on the plane. It was the whole thing. It was the whole plan. That's what the Queen was capable of. The Queen knew off the shot, and the Queen was working to keep them in their place while not trying to make big waves in the public, because the palace doesn't like that, right? The Queen knew off the shot. William knew off the shot. The King knew. The King had to know. There's no way he could have been enchanted by Meghan to the point where, like, Harry's just almost a lost cause. The Queen even said he loves her too much, The Queen knew what was going on. The Queen knew that he was being manipulated. Charles still has this fantasy of the whole family coming together and healing the rifts, and he's gonna... But you know what? There's no amount of reparations that could be made to Harry and Meghan that would satisfy them. No chance. There's always going to be something that they're gonna be upset about. Of course, there's no way back. There's no way back for them. They've got to realize that, like, they're done. They don't realize that yet, but they're done. Charles has to realize that their relationship with the royal family is done. He's got to cut them loose. They have behaved in ways that, horrible, and could be described as treacherous. Which under the law, lesser men have been hung for things Harry has done. And the Aspen Institute and Joe Biden and the Democratic Party and the woke, the green agenda. Harry is working against the people. Harry is working against. He is a government agitator. It's treachery, but he's still protected. And he's never going to be satisfied. The Queen knew this. But she didn't want to be the one to act. She didn't want to be the one, because she knew. She knew that if she, like the bullying report, everybody's saying, why has that never been made public, kept us in? Well, first of all, the palace, anything they can keep private, any documents they can put undercover, they do. Ask Andrew Lowney, who's trying to write a book on Prince Andrew, can't get freedom of information stuff going on because they told him that, no, that's just not available. And that members of the royal family are exempt from freedom of information, right? It's all held in the National Archives, but a researcher's opportunity to have access to that information, good luck, buddy. The royal family is very secretive, right? The Queen had a lot of secrets. And this whole Harry and Meghan and the Andrew connection and what Andrew actually did. And Andrew, they say, was the Queen's favorite. So in a way, she had to protect him as she could. There's a lot there. Wow. So the Queen was trying to balance keeping Meghan in check while keeping this information sequestered. You see. But now that she's gone, they figure, well, we had our deals with the Queen, but she's gone, so now we're going to do what we want. And I mean, that's true. Applied the same logic to Andrew's situation, saying with Royal Lodge, and saying, I've got a 70-year lease from the Queen, and it's, we made a deal. But the Queen is gone. Those deals are done. We've got a new monarch, and it's up to Charles to take care of the situation. He's not taking care of the situation with Harry and Meghan. He is not taking care of the situation with Andrew. And like I've been saying for 2 years since I started this channel, his inability to act, the growing frustration the government has with him, the growing frustration that the public and the Commonwealth and the wider world have with him, are going to come to bear fruit and come to fruition and come to the point where Charles is beset with a decision. And I think we're close to that now. And I think he's using the cancer as an excuse, because it'll be, I figure, by the fall. I've been saying this for 2 years and now I've narrowed it down. I figure by the fall that we're going to see Charles step aside for William. And it's not going to be, they're going to use all kinds of excuses. the cancer, most notably. But it's going to be because the government doesn't want him. The public doesn't want him. The Commonwealth doesn't want him. The wider world doesn't want him. And William knows that it's his time and he's going to make his move. And I think there's pressure being put on Charles at the minute. Call me crazy, because we don't have any I believe this whole drama that is playing out part of the reason we're not seeing Kate right now. Just my thoughts. I could be totally wrong. That's what I think is going on. I think we're in for some very interesting times. Hope you like this video. Subscribe, hit that notification button. Send me a comment, leave a comment. I want to know what you're thinking. If you'd like to support me, there's links in the description. If you want to send me anything, I've got a P.O. box that's in the description as well. Let's build this little community. Let's start talking. Have a great day, everybody. Bye for now.